Hey PD and your PJs friends. Unfortunately, there was a problem with downloading our live session this morning when going over the features in Padlet. So I'm going to put together a really quick screen share of some of those features we talked about for folks who are unable to attend but would like to view the information on Padlet. If you would please open the presentation so you can follow along. And just a quick review of some of the topics we're going to cover today. We're going to create a Padlet board from scratch, review the different formats, looking at the map features newly added to Padlet, looking at the modify settings, how to include attachments, images, videos, and more. We're going to explore how to edit posts, how to edit previously created Padlets, all of the toolbars, your Padlet dashboard, and your profile settings. The first thing I would like for you to do, please, is to log into your Padlet account with your PGS Microsoft email. Hey guys, once you log into your Padlet account, it will open to your Padlet dashboard. In the top left-hand corner, the Padlet icon will always take you to your Padlet dashboard if you ever find yourself lost in the platform. Below the menu options, we have tiles of Padlets we've created. And if you've not created a Padlet, you may have the Introduction Demo Padlet by default welcoming you to the platform. Let's go ahead and click the plus sign and make a new Padlet. When I first joined Padlet, we were limited to 3 to 4 background choices. Since Padlet now has a paid subscription, I see that they have done quite a bit to make their platform a little more detail-oriented with a lot of additional options and features that were not available initially when I first discovered Padlet. The shelf, the back channel, mat, and timeline are 4 new features that I find to be very beneficial when integrating instruction into Padlet. Take just a second and pause the video and click the preview option under each format to get an idea of what that Padlet may look like in a live setting. Be sure to check out the shelf where the author in the preview has created a KWL chart. This would be a great place for students to post where they have to classify, organize, or identify information. The back channel will read more like a conversation log. The map feature I'm very excited about, and we're going to delve just a little bit deeper into maps in just a moment. And the timeline in history, science, language arts, setting, the sequencing of events. There's so many different things that we can do with these new formats. I am so excited. So we're going to look at maps today together, since posting in maps is a little bit different than the other 7 formats. So let's go ahead and select maps, please. Initially, when you go into Padlet, by default, it's going to select your map style. It's going to automatically name and provide your Padlet with a description. Please go ahead and type in your own title and description of your Padlet. Since I'm really pushing the integration of content area, I'm going to make my Padlet about the geography of Virginia, which goes along with Virginia Studies. Below the title and description, you have a choice to select an icon. When you go to the icons menu, you're going to find that these are very similar to the same emojis we have available to us in our telephones. Selecting an emoji helps personalize your Padlet just a little bit more. Your emoji will appear in the top left-hand corner of your Padlet. And since my Padlet is about geography, let's see if I can find something that has to do with geography. Nice, a pin. We always use pins to put points on a map. Perfect. So once you've selected the icon, Click on the arrow to return to the Modify menu. And if you decide you want to change your icon later, no worries. We'll do so from our Modify window. Now, just below the icon, we can copy to Clipboard. When we click Copy to Clipboard, we'll get a little notification at the top of our window saying that our URL is copied and ready to be shared. So if I wanted to share my Padlet with students, parents, or colleagues, I would simply copy that URL by clicking Copy to Clipboard and share by pasting on my website, Remind app, Class Dojo, or email or text to share this Padlet with parents, students, or colleagues. Now, just below, copy the URL to the clipboard, we have the ability to change the appearance of our Padlet. Since we've all selected maps for this purpose, our appearance says Map Styles. Go ahead and drop that down so we can view the different maps available to us. Now, depending on the purpose of my Padlet, I may select a different type of map. Since I'm talking about the geography of Virginia, it may be beneficial for my students to view the map in a satellite image to see the geographical features of Virginia, including the Blue Ridge Mountains, the swamps, and the water features. You can see what the preview looks like and click the arrow to go back. And again, if you decide you want to change your map style, no worries. You can do so in the Modify menu later on. Now, posting, you have some control over posting. Oh, I skipped font. Let's not do that. Just below the background style, you can select 4 different font features. Select the font you find most attractive. Now let's go into posting. If you would like to have the author's name displayed above each post, you can turn this radial on. However, that may require individuals to log into a Padlet account to post. I do not require author's name. For comments, I would like for students or folks visiting my Padlet to be able to comment on existing posts. So I always slide that to on because that communication and collaboration piece is fantastic in this platform. Reactions, when students comment and react to another post, you can turn on like options. If you're doing something that is regarding persuasive arguments and you want students to be able to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, you can turn on a vote. If you want students to rate content on a scale of 1 to 5, you can turn on the star. And if you wanted to actually grade the post, you can turn on the grading feature and assign the points. I am going to select like. Censoring and filtering content. If you would like to approve posts prior to going live on your Padlet, you can turn this on. This would require a lot of email checking and approving. I typically do not require approval before posting, but I will filter profanity with nice emojis, but that's going to go back to our reactions. We have set up those classroom expectations and those online expectations and guidelines on how we interact in our digital footprint and how important it is to stay not just safe online, but make sure that the trail that we're leaving is a positive one that we would be proud to show anyone. All right, guys, so looking at the Modify menu, we have covered lots of information there. Let's go ahead and select Next, please. And we're going to get a message that our Padlet is ready for posting. All right, guys, once we have our Padlet set up, we're ready to create a post. Regardless of the format you're using in Padlet, you're always going to look for that pink, red plus sign, and that will allow you to create a new post. Before I post, I want to zoom in a little bit on my map. Since I'm specifically talking about the geography of Virginia, I want a little bit better view of Virginia. In the bottom, right-hand corner, you're going to have the ability to zoom in and out. Let me zoom in to my specific location. I can click and move and drag my map to center it just a little bit better. All right, guys, once you have zoomed in on your map to the location you're ready to post, always keep an eye out for the plus sign. Typically, in most platforms, if you look for the plus sign, that's where you're going to add something new. Padlet is no different. Look for that pink, red plus sign. Let's click on that. It's going to turn to a pencil when we're ready to edit our post. And using the map option, it's going to allow us to post in two different ways. Option one is simply by searching the location, or we can drag and drop our point directly on the map. I prefer to drag and drop. If you wanted to search a location, you can absolutely do that as well. I'm going to drag my point directly in the middle of the Chesapeake Bay. Once you drop your point, you're going to get a lot of information here. And if you hover, each one works as a link. It does not matter which information you select. I'm going to grab the longitude and latitude lines. And instead of keeping that information here, I'm going to highlight and type in the Chesapeake Bay. And my description, the Chesapeake Bay. All right, guys, once you have added the title and description to your post, you can click off and your post is ready, or look at the options at the top. You can upload, you can include a link, you can search the web, you can add an image from your device camera, and these are just shortcuts because I'm going to have you click on the more, and you're going to see all of those options listed there as well. If you want to upload a file directly from your device, you can go to Upload, or go to Files and drag and drop the file directly onto your Padlet. If you wanted to include a link to an external website, you could do so. You could search Google for images, videos, audio, and more. If you wanted to take a picture or a film or a voice recording from your device and embed it into your post, you can do so directly from the More menu. You can record your screen. You can create your own drawing. You can add location, or you could even link an additional Padlet. So in this case, let's go ahead and search Google because I would like to find a nice image of the Chesapeake Bay to go with my post. Oh, we have the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. What a great image. I'm going to double click and I can see my image is now a part of my post. If you wanted to change your post around a little bit, I could edit, delete, and there's a More menu here. If I wanted to color code my post, and since I'm talking about waterways and watersheds, maybe I want those posts to appear blue on my Padlet, I can change that here. I can edit, I can change its location, I can connect to another post, and we're going to look at that. That's really cool to show those connections and to create that think map within Padlet. I can change the layering, transfer the post to another Padlet, copy, expand, set as the cover. All right, guys, we have our first post on our Padlet. We are ready to create our second post. And since I'm talking about Virginia geography, so maybe I want students to tell me a little bit more about these waterways and underneath posts, the bordering cities and towns, natural resources, and why that waterway is important. So let's go here to our Potomac River. We're going to click the plus sign, drag our point to the Potomac River. So for this post, I want students to comment and tell me what important cities are along the Potomac River. So I've requested what I would like to have posted. To follow up, I also would like to include a Google image of the Potomac River. And since that's my title, by default, it's going to be the first thing in the search. And again, I can go to my More menu, color code, and I want to show a connection. Since all of the rivers I'm going to label on my map flow into the Chesapeake Bay watershed, that's the connection I would like to show. So I'm going to go to the More menu, select Connect to a Post. The post that I would like to connect with is flashing. I'll select the post I would like the connection to occur. Now I have the opportunity to put a title on the connection. The connection between the Potomac and the Chesapeake Bay is the watershed. So if I type watershed and connect, I can now see the connection between my two posts. All right, guys, so we've talked about creating a post, how we can click on our post, use the pencil to edit, the trash can to delete, the More menu to have other options. All right, guys, let's look at the menu bar across the top. The first icon is the heart to like your Padlet. We can remake this Padlet. We can share our Padlet. We're going to look at sharing options momentarily. Besides sharing, we have the cogwheel. The cogwheel is the modify or the settings menu we had initially when creating our Padlet. So now that we've started our Padlet and we've decided, hey, you know what? I really would like to change the map. I thought I wanted a topographical map. I don't. Let me go ahead and click on Modify. I can go down to Appearance, Map Style, and I can change the appearance of my map. All right. Now, let me save my changes. Close the Modify menu, and let's look at the More, the little ellipses, and let's look at the More. We have information repeated here across from our toolbar. If we would like to invite others to collaborate in our Padlet, we could do so using their email. If I wanted to share or embed my Padlet on a website, I could do so here. I even have the option of exporting the content, the written text and images from my Padlet and print them. I've not done that in the past, so I'm not really sure how that looks or how well that works, but you do have that option. Modify will take us back to the menu we just left to change our map. And if we decided, you know what, I wanted to do a map, but I don't know that a map is really what I want to do, I could change my format by selecting a different background. Since I am talking about geography, I'm going to leave the map alone. All right, folks, let's go ahead and head over to that right-hand corner and return to our Padlet dashboard. We've talked about making a Padlet, how to post. If we wanted to join someone's existing Padlet, we could do so via a URL. The gallery is a repository of public Padlets. You could peruse or search for a topic or an idea, and if you really liked it, you could remake that Padlet. Upgrade, again, we're using the basic free account, but we could choose to have a subscription. Now let's head on over to our profile. In the top right-hand corner, you see account. Let's select that. It's going to drop down. Home, that's where we're located. Profile, we're going to click that momentarily. Padlet does have a drive that you can drag and drop files into. I've never used a Padlet drive, but that is available. To see the site interactions, you can look at the statistics and then the settings. Let's go ahead and select Profile, please. When you select Profile, it's going to take you to another screen, and we have to click Edit Profile. On the left-hand side tree menu, we can see basic information, including our name, email address, our about, if we needed to change our password, communication, that's the notifications we'll receive regarding our Padlet account, billing, if we had a subscription, and referrals. Let's look quickly at referrals. Again, because Padlet is now requiring a paid subscription, your basic free account is limited to 3 or 4 free Padlets. However, using the URL on your referral page and copy to Clipboard, sharing with students or colleagues or parents, anyone who wants to create their own Padlet account and they use the URL provided here, you will get a referral credit, and with 3 referral credits, you earn a free Padlet board. Now, let me leave settings, going back and clicking the Padlet icon in the left-hand corner. Let's return to our dashboard. And guys, that's pretty much Padlet. There's quite a bit of information here, I know, and if you were in the live session, you're probably wondering why it took us an hour and this is much shorter. I think when we did the hands-on task and we posted about our virtual vacation, we had more of an opportunity to actually explore this platform versus just listening to me preview its features. I would like to share, working with 3rd graders, they used ABC Yeah Animate to create videos showing the food chain, and they downloaded their videos onto their desktop and then uploaded the videos into the Padlet platform. 4th graders had a PBA where they went out, studied different planets. They were tasked with creating a science fiction brochure, inviting visitors to visit their planet. And the artifact was created in Microsoft Publisher. They saved their documents and then added their documents by dragging and dropping, uploading to Padlet. So from student work to collaboration, Padlet has lots of great uses. And those who joined this morning, I really appreciate you taking your time to join. And for those listening to the recording, I apologize for losing the original footage. If you have any questions, please check out the link on the final slide for Padlet features. And of course, always email me if you have any concerns or problems as you work through Padlet. Guys, I really appreciate it. Have a great day. And until next time, bye-bye.